Hello guys, I'm Brandon Wren. I'm the announcer for the Baker-Spain Stampede. I'm here with the crew, the staff and crew of the event. It's been going on for many years. We're going to talk about how this event actually got started here today. So guys, I'm excited to ask some questions and get into this pretty deep. Here we go. Baker-Spain Stampede, how did it get started?
Well, my late partner Bob Baker always wanted me to basically turn this into a dude ranch, which that's not my personality to deal with people weekly out here. And so I was always against it. And then I went to a chuck wagon race. And I fell in love with the atmosphere. I fell in love with the people, the excitement of it, all the rodeos with the races, the bronc riding. And I just didn't feel like they had the right venue for it. And so through my hours of sitting on Spectator Hill there thinking and praying, I thought, well, maybe we should just have chuck wagon racing and have the camping. That way it'd be just 1 week, maybe 2 weeks out of the year, and open it up and let everybody have a chance to come out here and play and perform and be a spectator and see an exciting sport. And I said something to a guy that was putting up some hay for me about it, and he said, hey, I know some guys that chuck wagon race and they put on some races. And he gave me their number, and that's where it started.
I think Tim actually called me and asked me if it was something that I'd be interested in entertaining the idea of putting on the race. And I got in contact with Josh, and it was really just kind of a pipe dream at that point. I think that you had some ideas and I had some ideas, and we didn't really know whether they were going to mesh together. And I knew that from the size of event that they were discussing that they wanted to have, that there was no way that something that I could put on the race on my own. And so I called Paul and I told him what was going on and asked him if he would be interested in coming along. And we scheduled a meeting, and we met at the corrals up the hill. Nobody really knowing what to expect. I don't know. I'm not even sure if you and I can't remember if you and I had even talked on the phone. I think maybe Tim set up the meeting for us, and Tim met us here, and we all jumped in 2 trucks and headed out across the hills, and that's quite a ride.
Well, whenever we got down here, I rode down with Matt, and we were debating on who was going to jump in with Josh, because neither one of us knew Josh, but both of us knew Tim. Well, I drew short straw to jump in with Josh, and as soon as we got in that truck and started down this hill, it was 100 mile an hour, if not faster. And we got down here, and he was pointing at things, and I was just trying to hold on to make it to the bottom. And we get down here, and he starts pointing things out, talking, and Tim finally makes it down with Matt in the truck together, and we all get out and start hashing it out, and then we all get back up to the crowd, and me and Matt get in the truck, and we're like, what the hell just happened? So it just went from there. And first year was, I'll admit, was kind of a shit show, but
Well, I don't think everybody knew it but us, because it was.
Yeah, nobody knew what to expect whatsoever. I think the first sighting of the idea of what was the concept that was about to happen was when we had the party at the beach on Wednesday night.
Yeah.
I think we were overstaffed for that one. And we're to the point that we know what each other wants to go on down here. And we kind of bounce off of each other. Matt may have a good idea, and I don't know what the hell is going on, but Josh will pick you right up, and Jordan's right there just helping out. I mean, the whole time. It's running a whole lot smoother. Each year it gets way better.
I'm here to rein him in.
That don't happen.
I have a lot of other jobs, but my main job is to rein him in.
We used to have to beg to get bronc riders. Beg. We have 22 bronc riders that's going to buck Saturday. 22 bronc riders. I want my territory to be the bronc riding. Because that's what I love watching the broncs go. And they would roll their eyes. I'm like, I'm getting more bronc riders. And they're just, whatever. And whenever I called them this year and I said, hey, we got 16 bronc riders. Text them 10 minutes later, hey, we got 18 bronc riders, 20 bronc riders, 22 bronc riders. Matt wasn't too happy about it. He's like, what'd you say?
What in the hell are we going to do with all these cowboys?
So I think the Envision is exactly my response to Matt, along with Hooter Cribbs, who stepped up this year and he's filling some roles, bringing stock in here and taking care of the Women's Ranch Rodeo, the kids' breakaway, the mini bronc riding, which is growing. And he got Melvin Priest to come in with the broncs this year, the big broncs. And, you know, Hooter said, Josh, you got to stop letting them enter. We can't have all these broncs. And I said, out here at the Go Ranch, everybody gets a chance to be a cowboy. We ain't going to turn anybody away. So it doesn't matter if we're, cast a line across a pond bank with the kids' fishing tournament of a morning, or bucking mini broncs, or we're having breakaways. It's just going to keep growing. And if it gets to where there's not enough sunlight, we'll just start doing it a day earlier. So the Envision, I want to have something for everybody. I want to have something for families. I want to have something for the cowboy that's looking to come and show his competitive skills that he's got on the ranch, whether it's Thursday night down here in the Lonesome Dove Challenge, whether it's one-man event, roping a steer, loading a trailer, whether it's just a lady that she doesn't care about winning the bale race. She just wants to run her horse. You go right down there and you can enter up. And that's what we love here. We don't turn people away. If people want to compete and they want to perform, we try to make it happen.
I think that's one thing that's really important to us is keeping it where you can bring your kids and you can have fun, and it's affordable. You can bring the family, take vacation, and the kids get to enjoy it. Because we just like to have families out here that may not get to experience this life, and they get to swim in the swimming hole and ride somebody's wagon, take a wagon ride around the ranch, and it's something they may never get to experience again.
My deal is, I like driving around to these camps. I only see these people once a year. And I get to sit down and talk to them. And Brandon, you've been with me in it. And we've been by these camps. Everybody accepts us as family. And that's what we want here is we're all family. Even we may not be the same blood, but we're all family here.
The lady last year was her first year here. She said, I don't like rodeos. But my husband begged me to come down here. And she told him, she said, I'll go back every year because of the people. You saw smiling faces. You saw people doing what they love. And that's what we're here for. We're supposed to be doing what we love. And where else can you go right now in the world where you're surrounded by people that's doing what they love?
Exactly. The only place I know of right now, Baker-Spain Stampede.